Such a fantastic movie. It really stressed me out, but it also made me cry. So I loved it.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Well, Colin, I really love the character of John that you play because he's a father and he has a son who's the same age as some of these boys in the cave. So this is very personal for him. What was it like emotionally bringing this character to life? Because this, I imagine, was a challenge.
I think, it was very clear from the start of the filmmaking process and talking to Ron and even talking to John Valanthan, who I played, was so generous with his time. And we spent countless hours on FaceTime together and texting as well. It felt like Ron wasn't really reaching for conventional movie moments, I mean, I have a couple of moments and I have a conversation with my son, and there's a couple of moments that Tom has of kind of emotional depth and release, particularly when the mission is finished. That scene with Chris Jewell just looks around and he has kind of a bit of a break based on all that was going on. But there was a kind of a steeliness or a humility or a sense of measure to these men. They weren't, and it's not that they don't feel as deeply as you or I or anyone else who's screaming, crying, laughing, but there's a sense of balance and control to them that allows them to do what they do and to have achieved what they achieved throughout the 17 days of the rescue. That was astonishing. So it wasn't you're finding certain psychological and emotional things and concerns and worries, but it was about the story. It was really about servicing the event, and you service the event and you service the story through serving the individuality of your character, of course. But I always felt that I was close to my fellow actors and the other characters, and there was so much in observing the Thai people and in being, for my character as well, and being moved by the Thai people and by their resilience and by their faith and by their prayer and by, Chai's mom coming to me and asking me to deliver the bracelets. And I mean, all these extensions of faith and extensions of goodwill in the midst of this panic. So there was so much of the environment and so much of the reality of the story that did the work for me. I just really, more than many other times where I've worked, I wasn't willing anything into being or trying to impose my will upon the scene or anything. I was just kind of gently responding to all the beautiful things that were happening around me,
Well, it's fantastic. Now, Tom, this movie really highlights just how much strategy and collaboration it took to fulfill this mission. And of course, we're not really seeing that when we're reading the media headlines over the years. So what are some of the challenges that you faced bringing this story to life practically? Because the underwater scenes are really intense.
Completely. And we knew it going in. I mean, Ron said very early on, before we even started pre-production, when I was still in London waiting to fly out, he said, this is going to be a tough shoot. Working underwater is going to be slow. It's going to be risky. We were kept very, very safe, but it's like high stakes. It's really difficult to film there. We were just really lucky. We had one of the most amazing teams. I never once felt like I wasn't being looked after. We got trained by some of the most amazing people. But it was really difficult. I mean, because I keep saying we were trying to emulate something that no one else really on the planet can do other than this small group of amazing men. That was our part, and this film's so beautiful because it covers all of them. But for what we were trying to do, that was the cog that we had to play in the machine, and we were just so lucky. We were so supported. It was really difficult, but we were constantly there. Anytime we wanted to, they could say, "Look, let's just go through a run with no crew in there, just you and me on a Saturday morning." Me and Kenny, my dive partner, he'd just take me through, explain things, calm me down. So we were in the best hands possible, but it was a challenge.
Thank you so much, guys. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
All the best, Leah.